hello there.
Now, the extent of my Dungeons and Dragons knowledge only comes from this show right here. Yep, that show right there, ladies and gentlemen. That's the extent of my Dungeons and Dragons knowledge. I just wanted to get that out of the way early in the reaction, in the intro, because I want to save myself from being cooked this reaction, okay? So hopefully you Dungeons and Dragons fans can adjourn me from this case, and I'm cleared for the reaction. So yeah, what's going on, guys? My name is Ellie Moses, a 23-year-old law and film student here from Sydney, Australia, shooting his shot, baby, and today we are going to be watching Dungeons and Dragons on Honor Among Thieves for the first time. I unfortunately missed out on this film in theaters, but hey, it's never too late, and I feel like this one is going to be a fun one because I've heard nothing but great things about this movie. I've heard that it's really fun, and that's all I want. I want a fun, fantasy, action-packed adventure for this Sunday afternoon, and that's all I want. I want to enjoy myself. I want to bring some energy to the reaction, and hopefully you guys can bring the same energy and match it in the comment section down below. I'm going to waste no more time. I'm going to get into the reaction. Let's have some fun with this thing. I've rented this film on Amazon Prime. Let's see what's in store for us in Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves. Let's smash this reaction. Let's go.
Oh, great. Another soulmate. No offense, pal. You seem lovely. Let's show you around. Get you situated here. This is the bucket where our pee freezes. And, yeah, that's it.
We could be very happy.
Broken neck.
I'm gonna do this without fingers and make it a...
2 ruptured ACLs. Yeah, long recovery for him.
Not fortune found nor fate divine.
This is your last day chopping ice.
Juxtaposition cut.
By authority of the Lord's Alliance, this Absolution Council will now come to order. Darvis and Holger Kilgore.
Yo, I know we're only like 4 minutes into this film, but there's been some fantastic prosthetic work on some of these creatures right here. Like, great prosthetic and makeup work. And I feel like that's very far in between these days. Like, it's very hard to come by. Not hard to come by, but I feel like there's an over-reliance on CGI. And from what I've seen so far in the first 4 minutes, there's some fantastic prosthetic work and makeup and costume design already in this film. And the production design. Absolutely fantastic.
Thank you, Chancellor Anderton. Esteemed members of the council.
Council's 2 people.
Notice that Chancellor Jonathan is not present. Should we perhaps wait?
Chancellor Jonathan was delayed by the storm. You may begin.
I see. It's just that we were really counting on him to attend.
Begin or wait your statement.
I didn't see the third member. My bad.
I'm sorry. It's just hard to relive this. Without Jonathan here.
But
he missed the most important part of my backstory. How can he judge me without knowing my motivation?
We are entirely capable of deciding your case without Jonathan.
get on with it.
Fine. Where was I? By night, I come home to my loving wife and daughter, Kira.
You went back too far. Stop stalling.
Right, sorry. Yeah, broad strokes.
The next few months were among my most shameful. We quickly became like brother and sister, with a relationship built on trust and mutual respect.
I love little Kira's reactions.
Neither of us had money or an honest way to earn it, so we decided to table honest, and we tried something new.
Honor Among Thieves, baby. And I love the vibes this film is
We
creating.
became a team. Yes, we were thieves, but
It oozes fun.
I tried to hold us to a certain standard. We never harmed anyone, and we only robbed from those who would feel it the least. But everything changed when we met the wizard, Sophina.
Oh man, Sophina overpowered.
You have my word.
That is the most dodgy "you have my word" I've ever seen in cinema.
The truth is, even if this council were to sentence me to another 2 years, or 20 for that matter, it would never be punishment enough for the worst crime I ever committed. Robbing my daughter of her father.
Jonathan!
Pardon my belatedness.
I can't tell you how happy we are to see you.
Hold it now.
I've never met Jonathan, and I'm so happy to see him.
You approved your pardon!
He's still breathing.
I told you to get us out.
Hey, they're technically free. On paper, they approve the pardon. If that first 14 minutes is anything to go by for the remaining 2 hours, I'm gonna have a blast, okay? Some of the scenic shots in this film have been absolutely fantastic so far.
Dad. Olga.
Kira.
I missed you so much.
That gotta hurt. That gotta hurt.
I know you don't like hugs, but I need one. Yes. His last year must have been dreadful, yeah. But I tell you what, I did think you'd serve longer.
Oh, yeah, we got an early release.
Good behavior.
Yeah, behaving good.
Ah, I see. That tea is scorching. I do apologize. It's scorching hot. Sophina, would you mind very much? Good, thank you. I didn't realize you were going to put your finger in the cup, sir. I'm going to leave that for later.
Well, if you give us the tablet, Kira, Hogan, and I will be on our way.
You escaped? We were trying to get back to you, Bug.
Kira, look at me. I swear to you, it was a tablet of reawakening. I was doing it for Mom, for all of us. You have to trust me.
You told me to trust you when you left me.
They got pardoned, but like...
Kira, no, wait, Kira. Give her time. She's had years to resent you for your absence.
And you've had years to poison her against me.
No, that is not true. Well, hang on, I'm a god and a lord. I am really doing all right.
Hugh Grant is stealing every scene he's in.
Should possibly return them to prison and be sure to collect the bounty. Well, I must away. I am expecting 2 of the wealthiest men from Baldur's Gate and Waterdeep to talk about the High Sun Games, which are back. So that's something, isn't it?
You're about to lose your head. This is what you're concerned with.
If you wouldn't mind.
Boiled linseed oil. Once a month.
Should be once a week. That's why you're getting rust on the bit.
That was smooth. That was smooth. Really? On the stone step?
Oh, we got him now.
Before we leave the city.
Get boiled linseed oil. I know.
Olga was cooking right there. Cooking!
You know, I wonder if Simon's still in Tribor.
Simon's a terrible sorcerer.
I haven't seen him in 2 years. I'm sure he's gotten better.
Juxtaposition cut?
No one can hold a candle to this trick. This is quite hard to be slightly blurry like this. You know, anyone can be very blurry, but slightly blurry. That's the real magic. Is that?
He's nicking up bits and bobs. You're a dead man.
Simon?
Olga,
Staying for an encore?
give me Olga. Magic is on a whole other level.
Don't sell yourself short. We saw your show.
Yeah, you can hit her with that fresh cut grass trick.
Yeah, it's funny. Look, I don't blame you for wanting to save Kira, and I love the idea of knocking Forge off his perch, but robbing Castle Never isn't worth the risk.
Robbing your audiences?
Oh, damn.
That's a... What is that again? An owlbear.
It's just an owlbear. You know what I've loved about the first half an hour of this film? It's been non-stop. The pacing is fantastic. It's been non-stop action. It's so quick. I'm anticipating what they are going to do in the next scene. They are so crafty with some of the set pieces so far, and it's just got me on the edge of my seat. Like, I'm anticipating what's next, whether it be a different creature design, whether it be some creative camera work like we saw in the scene with Justice Smith right there, when the characters were lifted up to the ceiling of that little hut right there. There's some great creative flair in this film so far, and I'm anticipating what's next every scene, and I'm enjoying it so much. And because of the fast pacing and everything else, it's just, like I said before, it oozes fun. It just oozes fun. Chris Pine is fantastic. Michelle Rodriguez is fantastic in this so far. Like, the comedic timing is also great. Like, you can tell everyone is just having fun in their roles. And I'm kicking back, enjoying myself. Getting Rivendell vibes right here. Or like the Woodland Realms.
If it helps, I'm only half human.
But you're a bad sorcerer.
No, Simon, he's a mighty sorcerer. He's a descendant of Elminster Omor.
The only way to succeed in this is to have confidence that it can be done. He doesn't.
Yeah, I suppose that's fair.
Look, Simon may not have my wit or Holger's strength, but when it counts, this young man delivers. It's why I chose him.
He's also the only sorcerer you know.
Holger not help.
What is it exactly that you bring to this?
Me? I'm a planner.
You've already made the plan, so what value do you have now?
If the plan fails, the existing plan, I make a new plan.
So you make plans that fail?
No.
He also plays the lute.
Holger, not relevant. Trust me, I'm indispensable.
I'm not doing this for the money. I'm doing this for the people who took me in when no one else would.
So we'll keep your share then.
It is protected by the arcane seal of modern Canaan.
Well, perhaps not all the details, but suffice to say it is a seriously powerful spell.
A wild shape is among us.
Yes, the little fly. What the heck? That was clean. That was clean. This is all being done in like one take so far as well, which is fantastic. A great mixture of CGI and practical here with the camera movement. Still transitioning in one take. Love it. Remember, I was talking before about each each set piece being sort of like one-upping the other. And that's what they're doing with this film. It just keeps getting better and better. And we're still going in one take here. Bear in mind, it's sort of CGI camera movement, but it's great. It's a great mixture of everything. That was a neat way to cut there, using the transition of the tracking shot from the wall. This whole sequence is absolutely fantastic.
It's a helmet that disables all nearby enchantments, but it doesn't matter. The thing went missing ages ago. We're done.
Come on.
That battle was a century ago. They're all dead.
So, ask him with magic.
He just made a whole speech how he can't fix everything.
Actually, that is something I can do. I can't bring them back, but I have this token that lets me ask corpses some questions and then they go back to being dead.
Yuck.
Yeah, it's really horrible.
It's fairly wonderful. We're off to the Evermores. Thank you, Simon, for the drinks.
Oh,
This all feels like an RPG open world game. I love it. I love it. Reminds me of Jedi Survivor, where you can sort of see like the corpses of individuals or certain segments and like use the Force to see sort of like it's a memory in history.
Pretty.
Oh, her husband about to get an A-grade ass whooping.
Olga.
Is that?
Hello, Marleman.
Wait.
That's Marleman.
Oh, yeah. We were all a little surprised the first time we met him.
Wait.
I thought your sentence was longer.
Is that Bradley Cooper?
Busted out of it. I see you still have that walking stick I gave you.
Yeah.
She married a hobbit.
Well, you could take it with you if you want. Gwen's not much for rambling.
Gwen?
You home, darling?
In here.
Squashed a pack of bollywogs down at here.
Pleasure.
How long are you in town for?
I'm just passing through. Gonna talk to some corpses south of Nesme.
The mental math that's going in my head at the moment about how this relationship works, like my brain immediately started to think of other things, like intimate stuff. I'm just like trying to process how it works, unless Marleman has the hog of all hogs on him.
I'm gonna get washed up for supper.
I thought he was gonna get
take
yeeted
down
across the
Forge.
room.
I'm gonna show Marleman and the elk tribe they were fools to let me go. I'd always imagined I'd be buried in sacred ground like this.
Yeah. Anyone got a shovel?
I love how this film is like a mixture of a lot of fantasy films into
Okay,
one.
Simon, how does this work?
All right. Once the dead man is revived, we can ask him 5 questions, at which point he will die again, never to be re-revived. Right, yes.
Why does something tell me they're gonna stuff up the 5 questions?
Were you killed in the Battle of the Evermores? Yes. Great. I mean, not for you. Sorry for your loss. 4 more questions, right?
Yes.
No, that wasn't for you. Did that count as a question?
Yes.
Damn it. Only answer when I talk to you, okay?
Yes.
He's got one more.
Did you say okay at the end of that?
I didn't.
Fantastic. Where's the shovel? And what did Stanhard Grimwolf do with it?
They're going through the whole battle.
As the cultists breached the reach, we knew we outnumbered them. That's the last thing I remember.
He got Darth Mauled.
Yeah,
Well, you can't just leave him like that. Look at the poor bloke.
Let the man rest.
oh, fine. What's your favorite food?
Oats. No barley.
Not quite. Do you like cats?
Not really.
Okay.
Not really.
What's 2 plus 2?
I'm bad at math.
Don't you feel better?
No.
Each scene is just topping the other. It's so
The
creative.
decision a leader can take is when to retreat.
As I stepped out my bath, my foot slipped on the stone.
And then you went into the battle?
No, I died from the fall. But I'm Sven Salafin. Ven's my brother.
This is a nightmare.
I just needed to keep the helmet safe.
This is such a creative way of exploring and traversing the battle as we're interviewing these dead corpses. It's absolutely fantastically crafted. Like, it's so fun to watch, and there's not a boring second in this film so far. It's absolutely impeccable to watch. Like, it's so fun to watch, and yet again, they spared no expense with the production design of this film. The costume department, some of the makeup work on some of these corpses is so great. Each one has sort of its own distinct and unique design and like their own mode, like or their own method of death as well. And then you experience that through the battle, and then it cuts back to them at the graveyard. It's all great. It's all fantastic, and I cannot fault this film so far at all. I cannot fault this film at all. And yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm having such a blast with it.
And for some reason, I believed him.
You're joking. A kind fan.
I speak truth.
You speak horseshit. That fan lied, and you died for nothing. The helmet's a dead end. We'll have to find another way into the vault.
No, I've heard of Zank.
A sharpened gourd?
Something sharp.
The Thans are murderers. End of story. What?
I've heard of him too. He fought with my cousin in the Inorok. Says he's a good man.
Well, you can all go find this lovely Zank and braid each other's hair. I'll find another way.
If Zank turns out to be a prick, I'll split him right down the middle.
That's very sweet.
What have we got to lose?
I'm still alive.
Right. What's your favorite book?
Hard to pick just one.
That's the question, right?
Yep.
In terms of historical works, I'd say the Fanged Tome of Lycanthus Tsar.
That's practical as well, with the mixture of... Oh, man. It's so good. This film has no right to be this good.
Gently to you as well, good sir.
He was... That species was on the council before.
You're known as a man of honor and integrity, and I can assure you our reasons for wanting the helmet are entirely noble.
This is the question to D&D fans. All these creatures, I'm guessing, are sort of characters or like things from the game, I guess, from the world building of the game. And I'm guessing each scene in this film is brimming with life. Every shot is brimming with life. Every shot is filled with like a different type of creature or species, and they all have their distinct design. And I'm guessing these are all sort of like Easter eggs and callbacks to the game in terms of like what each species is and what each species is capable of.
Yep. We're gonna rob someone. In other words, Forge is a real son of a bitch.
So you blame his mother for his corruption?
No, it's an expression.
I see. I do not traffic in colloquialisms.
It took me a while to clock that.
You're not a lot of fun, are you?
To stage an unholy coup.
Oh, this guy looked like Red Skull, but the white version. It looks like Voldemort without the skincare.
He unleashed the beckoning death, a spell that would consume the souls of all who beheld it.
Fine, we'll divide it amongst the townspeople.
Swear to it.
What?
Place your hand on this harper's seal and swear that you will indeed distribute all the wealth you take amongst the people of Neverwinter.
Sure, fine.
Go on, Ed. Promise you'll give Forge's money to the people.
His character arc is going to learn the value of being a father and his daughter over riches.
Promise I'll give Forge's money to the people of Neverwinter. Weren't you trying to keep it safe? Why would you put it down there?
Because it is the last place that anyone who values their life would go.
Sounds lovely.
Quite the opposite.
Legit.
I know, I was being ironic.
A game.
Irony is a blade that cuts he who wields it most especially.
Yeah? Is that what you find? Zank?
Harper got my wife killed.
I'm sorry.
We got the main quest
Did her assailants find justice?
with the big boss.
Fans, you mean?
No.
And we're doing all the side
Fans are not
quests.
all malevolent.
But the side quests aren't boring in this
As
one.
a boy when
They're
Sam
amazing.
seized control of Thay.
Fuck me, man. Allow it with the jump scares.
I escaped, alive, but forever changed. You and I have both lost a part of ourselves.
Almost spit my drink
What
there.
we do with what remains. Drag your lady love back to her old life, is to deprive her of her new one.
Can someone else ride next to this guy?
I'll tell you right now, I'm not taking his hand. Keep your guard up. I don't trust this guy.
I'm amazed at how
You
this.
know he's helping us.
He's got something up his sleeve.
The only thing up my sleeve is my arm.
How can he hear that?
I hear that as well.
I'm amazed at how this film only made 200 million at the box office, because I'd love to see a sequel, and I haven't even finished this film.
What do we do? Make no sound. They're drawn to mental energy.
That's the in-game explanation right there.
It's the prey. The more likely they are to strike.
That's the brain version of a Demogorgon.
Well, that's a little hurtful.
There it is. The hanging city of Dolben. Starting from the center, use odd-numbered blocks only, moving forward with each step except for every fifth step, which must be a lateral move. Left or right, it matters not, so long as the leader and the laggard remain.
Bit of fourth wall breaking right there.
Proceed. Again, odd-numbered blocks only. How till we reach the 3?
The humor is well executed in this film.
I may have put my foot on the bridge.
It doesn't feel forced. It's well crafted into the scene.
So, sorry.
The timing is good as well.
It's not very structurally sound.
The way he's looking at him is so memeable. Like, that's a memeable photo right there. Like, that. Like, are you really did you just do that?
Rocks are hard.
I love how she has two potatoes.
Where did you get that?
Potato. Boil them, mash them, stick them in the stew.
I swiped it from a wizard over in the Great Peaks.
It's a hither-thither staff.
What?
Should have a range of around 500 yards. Watch. Hither. Thither. It works!
That is awesome.
See?
Trusting that you will protect it with your very life. I will. Hold this.
I knew it. He delivered that line with such seriousness.
There is evil here.
I like this dude. I like this dude a lot. I love some of the soundtrack as well. I love the synth nodes in some of the soundtrack. It's great. I love how they're just standing there in the background watching. That was clean. That was clean. Man, not round 2. Man, my guy just used all the skill points he acquired on that fight, and it wasn't enough. Honestly, I'm in love with this fantasy world. I'm in love. I'm loving this film. I haven't had... Actually, I was about to say I haven't had this much fun in a film in a while, but no, I watched Gran Turismo last week. That was also fantastic.
It's Thembershot. He must have found a new den.
Did he eat the last one?
Oh, that's a chunky motherfucker right there. That's a chunky ass... That's a chunky ass dragon. Yo, he thick. He got that yeah. Kind of reminding me of the Desolation of Smaug, this scene. I really want to purchase this film on 4K now. I really want to purchase it on 4K. That's a fat ass dragon. That's Kung Fu Dragon right there, man. That's Poe the Dragon.
Thanks for that. You'd have done the same for me.
Yeah, sure.
Bastard won't quit.
Thembershot is a beast.
I can only pull to us to what I can see. You want to go from that wall to that wall?
It's salt water.
Simon, you remember that trick you didn't try, War?
A harper shaking off his slumber.
Is that practical? Some of that looks practical. The dragon head. Yo, this film is high-key cooking at the moment. Like, we've got an hour left, and I'd just like to say that this is one of my favorite films of the year thus far. I don't know, there's something about fantasy films and fantasy worlds that I just get engrossed with. And this film right here is so unique. Like, it's refreshing. It's one of those fantasy films I've seen in recent years that's finally a bit refreshing to see. And I am really enjoying it. I am, like, enjoying it to the point I want to go out and purchase the 4K and not watch it on this little monitor of mine here, because I feel like it's a disservice to the film. And some of the cinematography is absolutely fantastic. I love that medium sort of, there was like a medium long shot right there, encompassing all the characters in the one frame as sort of like the brain demogorgons walked along the cliff edge, right there, along like the sort of the sidewalk, and you just look at all the characters with their different facial expressions, and it was absolutely fantastic. And even the fight scene with the Thayan right there, some clever camera work, some neat transitions as well to some overhead long drawn out fight sequences right there, and that's a testament to the directing as well and how well planned out the scene was, and the fight scenes are easy to follow. And another thing I'd like to commend this film for is I've yet to see a scene in this film that I can say, oh, that's some wonky CGI, that's some wonky green screen. And maybe that's because I'm watching it on my monitor and it doesn't stand out as much, but so far I'm yet to say that, because I feel like when, like, for instance, I don't want to bag on Marvel, but like some of the CGI in their films recently is not done well. And you've seen the reports recently come out about some of the working conditions of their VFX artists. And VFX artists, they need to be commended way more, because these guys, without them, there wouldn't be what I am seeing exactly right now. Some of it looks absolutely fantastic, and you can tell they were given the time to perfect some of the CGI in this film. Not only with the creature designs, but some of the world building as well. Some of these sort of structures, some of these places they visit. Each scene, like I said, is brimming with life, and it makes me want to be in this world. It feels like a game to me. It feels like an open world game that I want to go and explore different parts of it, and it's absolutely fantastic. And some of the lighting as well is fantastic as well. Even that in that scene in the little cave, you sort of had like the emeralds emitting this sort of like cyan blue glow off of it, and then you had the dragon in the background with its next. Oh man, it's so good. It's so good. It has no right to be this good. I never thought this film was going to be that good from the trailer. It just looked fun, but this is so surprising to me.
Uh-oh. Wait a minute. He's coming up on a rock. Is he going to go around?
Can you hear him?
Nope. Right over the rock. I didn't even have the good luck to be home when they got there. I failed the Harpers. I failed my family. I failed all of you, which is exactly why I can't quit. So if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go sit on this rock, make a plan.
This film's got this irresistible charm to it as well. It's so good. Got a bit of heart. It's fun, man. It's fun, heartfelt. Oh, I jumbled my words there. Allow it. I'm the champion of failures.
They'll be traveling the high road. We could catch one of their convoys.
But there'd be
Every time I hear Boulder,
yeah, the guards would be guarding against people taking things out of their wagons. Not
I think of
putting
God
them
of War
in.
on PlayStation.
Oh, I could kiss you.
Try.
So good. So good. That was one of the shots in the trailer. But now I know the context behind it.
What happened?
It's facing the floor. Why would they store it that way? We're going to Plan C.
Oh, bollocks. What's plan C?
Plan C is we go back to Plan A. You're going to tune to the helmet.
Why don't you just call it Plan A?
Plan A has a sync on it.
Now it's my turn.
I won't allow it.
I don't care! Sorry. Took you long enough?
Character upgrade achieved.
I guess it was just me holding me back.
That's what I've been saying!
Bring my wife back. Which, if you got a chance to know her and love her like I did, you'd understand. But if you come with me now, you can have that chance.
Be a shapeshifter? Is this Safina? Yeah, it is! The freaking baldy locks! The Aang looking ass from Avatar The Last Airbender.
You'd think you'd be able to distinguish between your own daughter and a 300-year-old wizard.
They put one on me too.
Just when you're getting good at it.
Guessing this arena is a nod to the game, right? Okay, this is awesome. Man, she looked badass. And the Black Panther got her. We have to loot up, baby. We have to loot up. Is that Gimli? That reminded me of the book from Prisoner of Azkaban. Fantastic Magical Beast book, I think it is.
Thanks.
Oh, the transition to the overhead shot of the maze. So good.
Have you tried this place of biscuit?
Oh, she lost the wristband.
Never
The
mind, I would
bracelet.
have lost my hand.
Yeah, but look what you did lose.
Hold!
Come with me.
Quite a second date, yeah?
Hey, I saw that smirk. Hey.
In the end, that's all that separates the beggar.
Potato! Headshot.
Sorry, Ford.
What's that one on about?
Who knows? 20,000 on the grey.
What's she on? We gotta go back in there.
Well, shit.
Plan D. Yeah, this beckoning death thing ain't nothing to play around with. I want Zenk back, man. He'd be badass in this third act.
It's the gift Ford promised.
Oh, the owlbear, let's go! Damn, owlbear got wrecked. Oh, that's Vecna right there. Yeah, let the two sorcerers go at it.
You know not the scope of my power.
Keep these long cuts going. I absolutely love it.
It's another time stop.
Simon, counter it.
I can't, she's still too strong.
Man, that's overpowered.
For too long, I endured the arrogance of Fort Fitzwilliam. Rest assured it will not be the end. For you will forever suffer.
Are they playing her? Yeah, I was like...
Sorry, your breath just smells like old clothes. It's bad.
What is this?
I counted your time stop. I got better.
We had to distract you so Kira could slap on that cuff, and so Dork could do this.
Nom 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 nom. Oh, Hulk smash, Hulk smash. This is the Loki treatment.
Think you got her.
One more, one more. Why is the owlbear adorable? I think she did, hopefully.
I honestly didn't think that plan was gonna work.
You assured us it would.
Hey, Olga!
Oh, she been stabbed by...
Olga?
Yeah, we got her.
You can't heal, what was it?
That's not a good spot, is it?
No, Simon. Simon, help her.
It's a red wizard's blade.
Yeah, exactly.
There's nothing I can do.
I'm dying a hero.
Use the book, use the book.
And you're a good man. A real Harper.
I need you.
I didn't expect them to kill off Olga.
We can only use it once.
I know.
Olga killed.
Don't tell me you wasted it on me. Why would you do that?
I used the final nos on, on Olga.
Das Tam won't be happy about this.
Well, if he comes after us, we'll be ready.
Wait.
Who's we?
Oh, that's right. You don't like humans, do you?
But I wonder if you'd consider having another go at it.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah?
Calm down.
He's upped his Riz game. Shout out Simon. But there's something about this guy that's just like oozes coolness.
Good evening. Lord Neverember finally came to. His first official act was to award the saviors of Neverwinter the Medal of Heroism. One could argue that my actions, reprehensible though they were, led to a virtual renaissance for the city. And while I've only served the first year,
Jonathan's at the
I have to
table.
say, it has been eye-opening. I have taken a look inside, and I've asked myself,
I love how the curtains behind him are covering up the breakage of the window earlier on in the film.
what's going on in there?
It's going on. It's under
I
repairs at the
realised
moment.
She was a stern woman, prone to fits
Stop,
of...
stop. We've heard enough.
He's playing the sympathy card.
Pardon denied.
This session is adjourned.
Not Jonathan again. Not Jonathan.
Jonathan!
Yeah, okay. They repaired it.
No, I'm terribly sorry. Came over me. I'm sorry.
Jonathan being violated this film. Hey man, that was... Wait, any more Easter eggs to come? I don't want to miss out on like an end credit scene or something. Hey man, that was such a fun, action-packed fantasy adventure film. Like, I had no complaints about Dungeons and Dragons. And admittedly, I don't know if you guys agree with me here. I feel like the third act, in terms of like the final sort of set piece revolving around the maze and taking out Safina and taking out Forge, I feel like that was the weakest part of the film. I enjoyed everything leading up to that much more. Like, yes, the third act was fun. It was a little bit rushed in my opinion, but I feel like that's because everything else leading up to it was so fun and enjoyable. And yeah, I had a blast with Dungeons and Dragons on Among Thieves. Like, I had an absolute blast with it. Like, I didn't expect it to be that good. And what's his name? Is it Zenka? I feel like I wanted more of him in the film. I'm craving more of his character, and the group of characters they had in this film, the band of characters, was really, really well constructed. Like, they fed off each other really well, whether it be like the comedic timing, lines bouncing off one off another. The camaraderie between the core group of characters was really well constructed, and there's room to explore this world more. And in fact, they're sort of teasing as well that the villain, I forgot his name. It's like SZ. I forgot his name, but the villain himself, like Safina was just a general of him. Like she was just a little pawn of the big sort of red wizard right there. And like there's still a higher up. There's still someone that can wreak havoc on the world. And if anything, I feel like, I don't know the extent of the Dungeons and Dragons like mythology, but I feel like there's so much to this world that could be explored as well, in terms of just creatures as well. And I'm down for a sequel. Whether it's been approved or not, I will look it up after this reaction. But I doubt it because of the amount of money this film made, and I feel like it would have cost a decent amount to make as well because of the like the extent of the CGI, the fantastic production design as well. It would have cost a hefty amount, and some of the makeup work and costume design, there was a perfect blend and mixture of CGI and practical effects. Like I didn't expect that. I was actually taken aback at some of the practical effects they decided to go with in this film. Yeah, and it was absolutely fantastic to watch. I had no complaints about Dungeons and Dragons, ladies and gentlemen. Like, nah. And in terms of like the CGI and practical effects, like when I said, I paused one moment, I was saying I have no complaints. A little bit, maybe a bit of wonky green screen in the third act, but other than that, nah, it's better than most films that are released today. And yeah, I had a blast with Dungeons and Dragons, and I really want a sequel. I really want a sequel, and I think there's scope not only to add like to the world building itself. I think there's scope to cast some fantastic actors and actresses that could really feed off the energy of this film, because everyone looked like they were having a blast in this film. And I think, yeah, there's scope to cast some well-known actors and actresses that will have a blast in this world. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction. As always, been your boy Moses. Take care. God bless. Peace.